It's time to review ProJoint Plus because it's one of the best supplements when it comes to arthritis. It has an excellent formula and one of the lowest prices on the market. For this reason, it's one of the best choices you can take for joint pain. But what's the secret behind it? And how can you get it for less than it actually costs? Well, here's my review. Hi everyone, this is Oli from Hair Recommendations, bringing you supplement reviews and health guides, so make sure you subscribe to my channel if you want to stay updated. For this full review, go to my website mysupplementadvice.com. You can use the link from the description. Now, let's get back to ProJoint Plus. So before I start my full analysis on it, let me give you a quick summary on this supplement and why exactly I'm such a big fan of it. Basically, it has 3 reasons why it's better than regular joint supplements. It has the same strong formula and dosage as many of its competitors. Still, its price is significantly lower, sometimes even half from those. Besides, its pills are smaller and much easier to swallow. Not to mention that it has a great effect for most conditions related to joint pain. Sure enough, it's not a perfect supplement. But in terms of quality per price, it's definitely a great choice and one of my top recommended supplements. I also have a small tip for you, and I'm going to teach you how to buy ProJoint Plus cheaper than it normally costs. Its regular price is $30, but I will show you how to buy it for about $19. First, use the code below to get 5% off for any order you make. Then go for the largest package, the one that says 3 bottles plus 1 free, and in this way you will get a free bottle. If you make the calculations, this means you're going to pay about $19 per bottle, which is definitely an unbeatable price, and there are very few joint supplements that cost as little. So this is a great way to save some money buying this supplement. This being said, it's time to take a closer look at this supplement, and I'm going to start my full analysis by telling you more about how exactly it works and who is the company behind it. ProJoint Plus summarizes its promises in this affirmation: healthy joints, healthy life. Besides, here's what it claims to do. Improves joint health using natural ingredients, decreases consequent pain throughout its healthy formula, and supports cartilage and joint mobility. To be honest, these claims are definitely true considering the strength and potency of its formula, but there's something else I really liked about it. I'm talking about the fact that it doesn't claim to be better than other joint supplements on the market, even though it actually is, if you ask me. But this tells a lot about it and its company's integrity. When it comes to its producer, ProJoint Plus is made by a brand called VitaBalance. I have actually reviewed several of its supplements, and I have to admit that I am a big fan of this brand. That's because it has a wide range of health supplements behind, and most of them have really strong formulas. Actually, they have the identical formulas as products made by more famous brands, but VitaBalance's products are considerably cheaper. So that's the main reason why I usually recommend VitaBalance's products over more famous ones, because they have the same identical formula but a much lower price overall. As I told you before, ProJoint Plus has a classic formula, and I'm saying this in the best way possible. It's based on ingredients with clinical trials behind, which are famous for their joint benefits, and they have really high doses in this supplement. Just like I said, you can find this exact formula in several joint products. Since it's that good, it's obvious that many brands use it. But the difference lies in price, and ProJoint Plus is considerably cheaper than most of the other supplements using this formula. Now, back to its ingredients. I would actually divide them in 3 categories: cartilage compounds, anti-inflammatory compounds, and antioxidant compounds. So let's take a closer look at each category. First of all, cartilage compounds include 2 ingredients. I'm talking about glucosamine sulfate and chondroitin sulfate. These two are by far the best ingredients when it comes to damaged cartilages because they are the only one that can repair and rebuild the damaged cartilages. And they also have several benefits. They prevent them from wearing and they also increase flexibility. Besides, ProJoint Plus contains a stronger form of glucosamine, the sulfate. On the other hand, most joint supplements contain the hydrochloride form, which is the weaker form, mostly because it's cheaper. But in terms of effect, the hydrochloride form isn't as good and its results in studies aren't as positive. For this reason, I strongly recommend supplements that use the stronger form of glucosamine, the sulfate, and that's exactly what ProJoint Plus contains. Next, there are anti-inflammatory compounds, and this group is mostly based on herbs like turmeric, boswellia, bromelain, and MSM, which isn't really a herb. In terms of effect, they all have anti-inflammatory properties, so they decrease the swelling and consequent pain. And last but not least, there are antioxidant compounds. This group includes quercetin and methionine, whose goal is to prevent a further joint damage and inflammation. All in all, ProJoint Plus has probably the best formula on the market among glucosamine and chondroitin products. It has a classic formula with excellent ingredients and high doses, but its price is considerably cheaper than other products who use the exact same formula. So in terms of effect and ingredients, I feel like it is totally worth the money. ProJoint Plus has a big advantage here, and that's because it doesn't contain thick tablets as most glucosamine supplements do. Instead, its pills are formulated as gelatin capsules. They have smaller dimensions, they are lighter and easier to swallow overall. As you can pretty much see, these pills have a transparent gelatin cover and a yellowish to brown powder inside. So this kind of capsules are a lot easier to take compared to regular glucosamine pills, which are usually formulated as tablets. As for the dosage, this supplement requires taking 3 pills per day, which is again pretty typical for a glucosamine supplement. It's true that 3 pills per day isn't very easy, but it's up to you whether you want to space them out or not. You can also take them together if that's more comfortable for you. In order to give you an unbiased view on this product, I try to look at what people say about it, and I mostly analyze its previous customers' reviews. Now, the main problem of ProJoint Plus is the lack of authentic reviews. I could find many of them on its official website, but I usually avoid official websites because the reviews there tend to be biased. On the other hand, I also found this product on Amazon, but it has very few reviews, so they're not very relevant. I could also find a lot of general reviews on this supplement on the internet, but from what I noticed, most are promotional and they're only trying to make you buy the product, so they haven't actually tried it. And for this reason, I decided to ignore them because they're probably false positive. And in this case, I only had one option left, to look at ProJoint Plus reviews on its official website, and that's where I noticed an interesting thing. You're actually allowed to leave your own review as long as you verify that you actually bought the product. So to me, this is a big sign that the reviews there are authentic and that they are made by some real previous users. Obviously, it's up to you whether you want to trust them or not, but I included them in my review. So here's what most people say about ProJoint Plus on its official website. Some say it's the best joint supplement they have ever tried. Others praise it for the great price it has compared to other alternatives. There are also some users who say it helped a lot with their stiffness, and many others claim that they will keep on buying it from now on. As I told you, I cannot guarantee that these reviews are real, but I pretty much think they are. This is why I decided to trust them. As for the negative reviews, I did find 1 or 2 on Amazon, and they were pretty much about the poor effect of the supplement, and they were saying that it did not help. But as I told you, this is a very irrelevant number, so it's hard to draw some conclusions after watching only one or two negative reviews. Overall, ProJoint Plus has mostly positive reviews in general, and most users praise its effect when it comes to arthritis, pain, and stiffness. And I could also find some people who praise its really good price. As I told you before, I cannot guarantee that those reviews from its official website are legit, but I pretty much think they are, since they allow you to write your own review if you're one of their previous customers. So in terms of effect and reviews, I pretty much think this supplement deserves its good reputation, and I think it is really worth the money. The supplement doesn't have any real complaints about secondary reactions. On one hand, it is totally normal since it has very few customer reviews overall, but you should also know that glucosamine supplements tend to cause side effects very rarely. Plus, ProJoint Plus formula doesn't have exaggerated dosages, so I feel like it is extremely safe from this point of view. At most, it could cause some nausea or some stomach cramps, but you could solve them pretty easily. All you had to do is to take the pills while or after eating, because in this way you're not taking them on an empty stomach. So from this point of view, there's nothing to worry about when it comes to this supplement. This is by far the biggest advantage of ProJoint Plus, and at this point it's one of the cheapest glucosamine supplements on the market. Now I would start by telling you that you can find this supplement either on its official website or on Amazon. However, the price on Amazon is much higher, and you're also not allowed to use any discounts or coupon codes, and for this reason I strongly recommend going for the official website. The final price is much better there, and it makes this supplement a much better choice overall. As for ProJoint Plus price on its official website, a bottle costs $29.95 normally. Shipping is around $5 depending on what country you are from. However, you can buy it for a much lower price per bottle. As I already told you, use the coupon code from below to get 5% off for any order, and then buy the largest package, because in this way your final price is going to be around $19 per bottle, which is cheaper than most glucosamine supplements on the market. So at this chapter, this supplement is really worth it. It's really hard to find a joint supplement based on glucosamine and chondroitin that costs as little as $19 per month, so I think that this is an amazing deal. Actually, one of the best things about this product is that for this price it has an amazing quality, so it has an excellent formula even though it's extremely cheap. But there's something else you should know. Joint supplements require between 1 and 3 months to start working, so you have to think in advance and make sure that you afford a certain joint supplement for at least 3 months from that day when you're buying it. For this reason, I think that ProJoint Plus is a great choice for the long term because of its really low price. As I told you, there are very few joint supplements that cost as little as $19 per bottle, so from this point of view, it's a really great choice in the long run. Here's how I would sum up my opinion on ProJoint Plus in 3 ideas. First of all, it has some really high quality ingredients. Its formula is based on compounds with clinical evidence behind. They have really high doses and they are known for their joint benefits. As I told you before, there are many other supplements with this exact same formula, so this is a real proof of its effectiveness. But it's actually the price that makes the difference. Secondly, it has one of the best prices on the market when it comes to glucosamine supplements. Actually, it is cheaper than about 95% of its competitors. Its standard price is $30 per bottle, but you can get it for even $19 if you follow the tips I gave you before. So from this point of view, it is really cheap compared to other products. And lastly, its biggest drawback is shipping. That's because it's only eligible for shipping in about 35 countries. Most of them are countries that speak English, but there are also some others. Anyway, if you're not lucky enough to live in these countries, you won't be able to get ProJoint Plus, and in this case, I recommend an alternative. So is ProJoint Plus worth the money or not? Well, it is definitely worth it. It is one of the best glucosamine and chondroitin supplements on the market in terms of quality per price. I won't mention the reason I recommend it once again because I listed them clear enough throughout this video. But all I want to tell you is that it is an excellent choice for most people suffering from osteoarthritis, especially if they want to buy a supplement on the long term and they don't have a very large budget. The only situation where I wouldn't recommend ProJoint Plus is if you don't live in one of those countries that are eligible for shipping. There are actually about 35 countries, so if you live in a different one, I recommend an alternative made from Nuzena. It's called Joint Support Plus, and it is extremely similar to ProJoint Plus in terms of price, not to mention that it has the exact same composition and it is shipped in every country in the world. Plus the price is pretty much the same, so you're also making a good deal buying it. For this reason, if you live in a country where ProJoint Plus isn't shipped, don't worry. Nuzena's supplement has the same effect and a very similar price, so it's just as good. As for ProJoint Plus, I totally recommend it. I think that it's a great choice, especially if you have osteoarthritis, cartilage damage, or most types of joint pain. So that was pretty much my opinion and my analysis on it. I really hope you enjoyed watching this review and that it helped you get a better idea on it and about how it works. In case you have any questions about it or if you want to share any personal experiences you had with it, please let me know in the comments below. So thank you for watching my video and see you next time.